Hello, I'm Minus Thinking, and if you liked the video, make sure and like and subscribe. Nacho Libre is a comedy movie featuring Jack Black, who you may know from the Minecraft movie, and was released in 2006. The movie was directed by Gerald Hens, who is an American filmmaker, and interestingly enough, he directed the Minecraft movie too, which I did not know that beforehand. And he also directed Napoleon Dynamite, so this guy's like directing career is pretty stacked, honestly. Which was not I was not expecting him to like have directed Napoleon Dynamite and the Minecraft movie, which are both iconic movies for their respective generations, alongside with Nacho Libre. And coincidentally, both both Minecraft movie and Nacho Libre have Jack Black in them. He has done other movies that I can see, but really the only one I can recognize is Tilma the Unicorn, but I haven't seen that one. I just like I know it exists, I just haven't seen it. And yeah, that seems about it. I haven't heard of any of the other movies he's done personally. So yeah, but still the ones that I have heard of are pretty big movies, honestly. Nacho Libre was released on June 16, 2006, which is way like further, like way older than I was expecting. Like I'm looking at movies that were released in 2006, and like you have like movies like Everyone's Favorite Hero, Airbud, Ant Bully. For those who know that one is Scary Movie 4. Like the Da Vinci Code and all that. Flushed Away. That was that like Flushed Away, Click by Adam Sandler. All those movies released in 2006, but like yeah, you even have The Pursuit of Happiness too with Will Smith. That released in 2006 apparently from like according to Google, but Monster House, that's another one, yeah. Talladega Nights, that's back at the first Back in the Barnyards movie, yeah. All these movies released in 2006, and you're like, oh man, these movies released together? And yeah, it's just crazy to think of that the movie is this old, yet still like a cult classic, I would say. Well, I wouldn't say it's a cult classic, more like a classic, I would say. So yeah, the movie is pretty good. Nacho Libre is loosely based on Santiago Gerardes Beniz. Sorry if I mispronounced that name. I'm pretty confident I did. And he's 81 now and still alive, which is weird because I thought like he would have passed away a while ago. But hey, like props on him for living so long. He was a Mexican Catholic priest who founded and supported an orphanage for 23 years as a professional wrestler. While performing, he wore a red and yellow mask, used the ring name Toyama. I'm pretty confident I mispronounced that. And looking up images of it, it kind of looks like the nah, not it. You can somewhat see the resemblance, like the red outline matches somewhat, and the mask kind of looks the same, just different colors. Nacho Libre follows the plot of a priest played by Jack Black who has a passion for wrestling ever since he was a young child, first adopted into the orphanage, and he himself is an orphan and he likes wrestling and eventually one day a new sister comes along to the monastery and Nacho wants to impress her and he also wants to support the orphanage so he puts on like a wrestling persona and him alongside a homeless guy he found and befriended he and him go fight in a wrestling match where they get absolutely beaten to a pulp. Then after that, the ref pays them not for winning, but because the crowd liked seeing them get beat up so much. So Nacho and the homeless guy make this gig where they like fight. Well, like they try to fight people, but most of the time they end up getting beaten themselves. And this is like pretty much how the whole movie goes until eventually he starts forgetting his duties and starts forgetting about food and stuff like that for the kids. So at first he was giving food to the kids and all that. That was his main job. But over time he got like blinded by the wrestling life and all that. Because there was a wrestler he looked up to, was really famous and had like lots of pride and all that. And he wanted that. But but like that ends up just making him lose sight of his vision. So after getting into like a really high class wrestling match, he gets to finally meet his hero and face off against him. And oh, I didn't even explain that. Okay, but before all that, he gets discovered. His wrestling identity gets discovered by a fat kid first. Then later, the bottom part of his robes get burned and reveal that he's a wrestler because he wears his wrestling outfit underneath. I guess I'm not sure why he does that, but hey, he does. It's funny. And he gets revealed to the church and is like banished. There's like one guy who's like Christian who made like a deep analysis. Well, not deep. It was like fairly short. You can watch it. I'd recommend it, but made analysis on how Nacho Libre is a great Christian movie, and yeah, I like to imagine that. There's also another perspective I saw about an atheist guy saying, "Oh, Nacho Libre is a great movie because like not that it because it doesn't. Well, I'll explain it later, but basically, I'll explain the two premises later in more detail. But yeah, after he gets discovered, like he fights his idol, and then eventually he faces off against him. But like the church shows up to support him, and in the big finale, he faces off against his idol, and like has like this cool scene where where it looks like he's flying towards them, and then does like a wrestling move called the cross, I believe, on him. It's a pretty funny and cool scene, I would say. And then by the end, he manages to raise enough money to take the church on a field trip along with the homeless guy. And yeah, everyone lives pretty happily ever after. Now, what do I think of it? I think it is good, personally. Like, it's a pretty good movie, like, alongside Jack Black's, like, catalog of movies. Is it one of his best? I would say that's debatable. Like, because you have Kung Fu Panda 2 and all those, and Minecraft movie and all that, I guess, if you want to say. Personally, I would say it's honestly a classic. It's one of the best. Like at least his top five Jack Black movies. If I think about it now, if I were to get like a list of every Jack movie he's been in, I would say he's like top five from what I can think. He was also in School Rock too. That was nice, and The Cable Guy with Jim Carrey, which as a big Jim Carrey fan I like. But to be fair, he's not good himself, mostly because he's not like the centerpiece as he is like in Kung Fu Panda and all that. But still a good movie either way. But back to the actual movie. Is it good for what it does? Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's good for what it is. Is it good? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just restating myself, but yeah, it is good. Now, like is it something you should watch? Yeah, I would say. Like, I would recommend you watch the movie. I believe it's free to watch on YouTube with ads. I could be wrong, that's how I remember watching the movie free there. I could be wrong. But yeah, anyway, that's how the movie go. That's how the movie is. I remember seeing this. I'm gonna try looking for these videos, but I remember seeing some like reviews on the movie that are personally way better, and I would recommend that you watch them because they're doing way better than I could ever. But one of them was like not truly be through like a Christian perspective. One of them was an atheist perspective, and seeing the way how like they have different views is interesting in my head. I admit. The Christian guy said that Nacho Libre is one of the best Christian movies ever due to like all the symbolism and all that. While the atheist guy says that it's a pretty good movie because like his point I'm probably simplifying it, which is why I'm gonna link both videos down in the description so you can see it for yourself in case I get it wrong. But I believe his point is something along the lines of, oh, Nacho Libre is a good movie, not because it's a movie that it's good as a Christian movie, but because it's good because it inspires it's a movie that inspires religious people to do good. Like saying how like in the scene where he like faces off against his like idol, he says that like, oh well, did God help him or not? I don't think that really matters because I don't think that was the point in the movie. Which personally, I would disagree with all the symbolism and all that. But hey, look, that's his perspective on it. What can I say, really? Well, I guess I could just like ask him more in detail. But granted, I don't know the guy, so yeah. But those two perspectives are interesting, and I think admittedly, I'm gonna be honest. This is like a pretty bad video on the topic. I will admit there are countless better videos in this exact movie, and and if you're watching this video, I'm glad that you are. Thank you for that. But at the same time, even I have to acknowledge there's better videos. So yeah, please watch those videos, and I'll make sure to link them in the description. And since I finished with like the movie review, I guess I might as well talk about more about the guy in depth as a person, who this was inspired off of. He was born May 9th, 1945, in Mexico, and he was the 16th out of 17 children, and had long been inspired to become a mass professional wrestler after allegedly watching two games in 1963. I think I've already like mispronounced enough Spanish names for now, so I'm just not gonna bother saying them out of respect for them. But you could see this on list on Wikipedia. I'm admittedly just like using Wikipedia. Shout out Wikipedia for all this information. Yeah, and after the age of 22, was a long time drug addicted and alcoholic. No, wait, hold on. I think I read that wrong. At the time during a drug, yeah, at the time at 22, he was a drug addict and alcoholic. But he became interested in priesthood and inducted at a Roman Catholic university in Mexico, and became later a secular priest. I think that's what that's pronounced in the Desoquis of Texaco. Sounds like a mix of Mexico and Texaco, but hey, that's where he went, and where he founded an orphanage. Jeez, called named La Casa Ahoga de los Casarones de Fray Tilma, which which would be the home for over 270 children. And in need of money to take care of the children, the father became a mass wrestler known as Fuea Tilma. And yeah, basically that's pretty much most of his stuff. There was also a 2011 documentary made on him, but like according to the Wikipedia, but I can't understand it. I think it's not even in English. Well, okay, I'm pretty confident it's not in English yet. I can't understand it, but still, this is the man who inspired nacho libre. So if you're interested, yeah, go check him out on Wikipedia or the interview, I guess, if you can find the English version. Hey everyone, this is the end of the review, and if you want to know more about the channel, I guess like listen, but I'd really appreciate if you listen to the full thing. I think you may have noticed that my videos become like you stopped using pictures along midway for the video, and that's mostly because I've been busy, I guess, and that's like the fastest way to make them out. I don't want to seem like a content farm. Well, I don't want to seem like a content farm or anything like that. I just kind of like this is more, as like I said in my first video, this is more like a hobby. So I can't exactly spend a lot of time because I've gotten a job over the summer for my hobby. It's like so my hobby has just kind of been something I moved to the side. And admittedly, I don't make a lot of I don't make money, so it's not like I have an incentive to work on this. With all due respect, and no insult to like anyone watching or anything like that, but I would rather focus more on my job that I currently have than like make these videos as high quality as possible, I guess is the word I'm trying to look for. But I still plan on making reviews about stuff I like. So if you're still interested, please continue. I know I promised something this week, and I believe this is the first video I made of the summer, but I'm not sure if I can if I can just say, oh, I'm gonna do this week, and then it actually going through. So I guess you'll have to wait until you see what the video is. But yeah, thank you for keeping that in mind. So yeah, if you're one of the like the 5 people who subscribe to me, yeah, thank you. And yeah, so yeah, thank you. If you're wondering why videos have gone like seem like lazier, admittedly, then yeah, you'll find out why. And will I try adding pictures? I'm not sure, admittedly. I know it's like a simple process, but at the same time, I am busy IRL too. So whether that's something I could do on a consistent basis, I'm not sure. So we'll have to wait and see. Hey everyone, this is the end of the review, and if you want to know more about the channel, I guess like listen, but I'd really appreciate if you listen to the full thing. I think you may have noticed that my videos become like you stopped using pictures along midway for the video, and that's mostly because I've been busy, I guess, and that's like the fastest way to make them out. I don't want to seem like a content farm. Well, So I don't want to seem like a content farm or anything like that. I just kind of like this is more as like I said in my first video. This is more like a hobby. So I can't exactly spend a lot of time because I've gotten a job over the summer for my hobby. It's like so my hobby has just kind of been something I moved to the side. And admittedly, I don't make a lot of well, I don't make money, so it's not like I have an incentive to work on this. With all due respect, no insult to like anyone watching or anything like that, but I would rather focus more on my job currently that I currently have than like make these videos as high quality as possible. I guess is the word I'm trying to look for. But I still plan on making reviews about stuff I like. So if you're still interested, please continue. I know I promised something this week, and I believe this is the first video I made of the summer. But I'm not sure if I can just if I can just say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this week," and then it actually going through. So I guess you have to wait until you see what the video is. But yeah, thank you for keeping that in mind. So yeah, if you're one of the like the 5 people who subscribe to me, yeah, thank you. And yeah, so yeah, thank you. If you're wondering why videos have gone like seem like lazier, admittedly, then yeah, you'll find out why. And will I try adding pictures? I'm not sure, admittedly. I know it's like a simple process, but at the same time, I am busy IRL too. So whether that's something I could do on a consistent basis, I'm not sure. So we'll have to wait and see. So thank you for watching the whole video through. I'm Mindless Thinking. Thank you for watching my review on Nacho Libre, and I hope you can like and subscribe. And yeah, pretty much everything I said in the intro. But yeah, thank you for watching for this long, and I would appreciate if you would stay check out my other content. And I hope that well, I don't. I hope that I can get a steady audience, I guess, so I can at least find comfort in the fact that I'm entertaining some people. So yeah, thank you for watching the review, and yeah, I'm Mindless Thinking, and I'll catch you in the next video. Also, hopefully I fixed the audio. I have had people complain about that before, so hopefully the audio is more understandable now. So yeah, I increased the volume, so yeah, because apparently I sound more quieter in the mic. I personally don't hear it, but hey, look, either way, people are complaining about it. So yeah. All right. Thank you. I hope I improved the quality of the sound and everything. And yeah, thank you for watching. Yeah, thank you. That should be all. So yeah, thank you for I'm Minus Thinking and thank you for watching. I said it twice.